to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome inside the UNI Wrestling Room. Head coach Doug Schwab joining me as we break things down. Last time we were here was the end of January. We're looking into February. Now we're halfway done with February. How are things as you take a look in the rearview mirror and assess the last couple weeks?
It goes fast. It does. I mean, that's one thing you tell your guys too, and then trying to make the most of the moments. Obviously, we had West Virginia at home, which is a good team. I thought we responded well and wrestled pretty dang well overall, winning that meet. And then went out to California and then, Iowa State. There's consistent growth in our guys, and like I said, we do have a young group, 7 guys that's really their first time going through the lineup. So, there's going to be some bumps along the road, but the biggest thing for me has been that there's been growth, there's been a response, and they're taking more risk, and that's really what we've asked of them. And if we take risk and we make mistakes, we can handle that because we can live with that. But if we're not going to give ourselves a chance, that's where the struggle can be. But to a man, they're all doing it, and we just got to continue to get better.
How big is that jump, just for our viewers to know, from potentially being on the team last year, wrestling unattached, and now being a redshirt freshman and in the lineup?
Yeah, I just think the intensity and duration of a season is nothing they felt before. The high school season, it starts a month after ours and it gets a month done before, it's done a month before. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, and just staying really consistent. Because you have to be consistently at a really high level. In their high school, for the most part, they could show up. They didn't get tested a whole lot. You're getting tested almost every week, so you got to be able to bring your best every time. And then if you're struggling a little bit, are you able to manage that? You get a guy like, so I talk about a guy like Trevor Anderson, who's been right there in a bunch of matches. And we just, keep knocking, keep trusting the process. And this last weekend, he had 2 big wins in situations and matches that, they were scraps. But like I said, when you're seeing growth, that's all I can really ask, and I'm seeing a great response from our guys, and they're encouraged, and our best wrestling's ahead of us.
We have a story on Trevor Anderson coming up later on in the next segment of the show. Another thing is just looking at that West Virginia duel. That's a nationally ranked team, and that's getting back in the McLeod Center. What specifically do you pull away from that duel that you were really happy with when that was all said and done with?
The last time that we competed in McLeod, obviously, wasn't great. I think guys' eyes got a little bit big. And if they get big, that's fine. It's just they got to get big and excited, and not kind of where, oh man, your eyes get, then you freeze kind of in that moment. I think that there was a great response from that. A guy like Apple got bonus points against, a kid that's ranked in the top 10 in the country.
Not only to win, but
so to win and separate the gap, I think is a really big thing for guys. And just that, dude, we have a really good team. And we've been right there against a lot of those teams. It just, we got to find ways to, I guess, keep ticking it in our favor more and more and more. And that's where, you're looking at the room and the work that the guys are doing. That's how you put it in your favor, is continuing to work and trust in the process.
Parker is carrying a lot on his shoulders. How would you evaluate how he's doing right now?
He's got some strong shoulders. And he trains and prepares as well as anybody. And, I've always asked him to lead the way. And that's not just in the wrestling room. That's outside of the wrestling room. It's how he's treating people. It's how he's building in his faith. It's just how he's going about his business every single day. And I think guys are like, holy cow, man, look at what he's doing. So, the other day, he gets a tech fall, but he got beat in a position, and it's like, oh, I'm going to go back and work on that. And I think hopefully guys are taking note of that, and they're really responding to it, which, we got a lot of young guys that are doing that, and we just got to continue to stay in that process.
Vocal leader as well as leading by example when you talk about Parker's guys.
Yeah, he's gotten to do that more. He would rather just hey, let my work speak for itself. But there's times where that, when you're a leader, that's a necessary thing to do. Obviously your actions are always going to trump your words, but sometimes you have to be willing to vocalize. And he's been able to do that, even though that's not his comfort zone. But that's part of his growth too, and his process, and we've talked about. So he's very coachable in all those respects, and and he's helping coach our team.
How about one of the oldest guys in the room, Gordon, and just coming back for that 6th year and how he's doing leading the squad?
The other weekend had a pin, went out and got to attack early, and that's one of the things that we're trying to get him. Hey, go trust some of your offense. Go give yourself an opportunity within that match, and he's a guy that obviously you see a big race on his knee. I mean, he's trying to manage some things, but he's not shying away from it. And he came back for the 6th year because he wanted the opportunity, and he's making the most of the opportunity. It's really, I just keep tipping my cap to him because I'm the admiration that I have for him in this situation, how he's dealing with it, man, is as much as you can possibly get from a coach. And I know all the guys on the team follow it and understand it. But, man, happy with how he's really rounded into shape right now.
All right, more with Coach Schwab right after this from inside the UNI Wrestling Room. You're watching Panther Sports Talk.